Daily video for October the 28th. Hopefully you traders had a fantastic weekend. Look, there's lots to talk about. We had an event this weekend. I did state on FinTwit, it's documented there quite a bit coming into Friday and Thursday, saying really watch this weekend because I see some footprints that are telling me that something is about to happen this weekend with regards to oil, the Middle East, and just connecting the dots. As many people know, especially people that have been a member of mine for a long time, know that I really am intrigued about geopolitics. I've been following geopolitics for, I'd say, around 30 years. I'm really into it since I was like 18, 19. It's been I just like to connect dots. Like I've always said, people are intrigued with sports. I'm intrigued with geopolitics, and I've called a lot of things. And one of them being this weekend, where there was a strike with Israel striking Iran. Now, as many people know, even in oil, the footprints, as you can see with all these bazooka blocks here, which seems to be accumulation to me. And I was stating to watch oil, and I'm still stating to watch oil going into the elections and after the elections. Watch oil. That's all I'll say. Watch oil. Once again, watch oil. Anyway, shouldn't laugh, but do you remember that minus 40? Imagine that the other way, eh? Anyway, the other way meaning up. Just leave it at that. But anyway, look, it's above the bazooka blocks now. You can see a nice, it's right. This is a major, which seems to be here support now. I like that my lower band is up. My upper band is starting to curl up. So it could definitely probably come down because a lot of people were saying the oil refineries weren't hit. Like, are you honestly, look, if people follow you know that Israel's been wanting to hit Iran's nuclear facilities for many years. They have an opportunity now. People are like, it's done. It's not, nothing's going to, they took out the radar systems because Israel is very tactical. In fact, what Israel did with those remote control talkies and pagers going off, that is out of a movie. Like, I would never have suspected that is like some really infiltration there. Who knows what else they have infiltrated in, not just Iran, but maybe all over the world. Insane. That's all I got to say. That kind of threw me off. Like, well, that is some serious power there. I don't know. I know Iran has the capability with ballistic missiles and drones to totally wipe out the U.S. presence in the Middle East. I think the U.S. knows that as well. Maybe Russia and China want that. Remember what I said. There's something else at play going on here. And to watch oil, don't really want to get into it, but hopefully you could read between the lines. But there's definitely something playing out. And a lot of it has to do with oil, which you'll soon find out, most likely. But if you think that these strikes are going away, I don't think so. I think that this is part of a bigger picture. I've explained it a lot in my daily videos before, and to people I've personally talked to, which I like to talk to a lot of people that are into geopolitics, because sometimes we're on the same page, sometimes we're not, but it's good to have discussions on what you're thinking is happening behind the scenes and around the world by looking at snippets of things around the world. And the internet gives you the capability to do that. That's the beauty of the internet, but you definitely have to dissect which you think, if you're smart enough, what you think on what is actually happening and what is actually being promoted, which is probably most likely the opposite of what's being promoted. But anyways, I'll leave it at that. But what I'm thinking is oil. Let's just talk charts now. Put aside geopolitics. All I'm saying is I don't think this is over. If you really look at it, you'll see that the radar systems were taken out for a reason. That's all. It's common sense. There's probably going to be other waves. Now, Iran stated that they're going to strike back Israel now. and it's going to be harder. So the geopolitical premium is still there, and I think it will always be there. But does the open give it an excuse to have a pullback? And some brain dead retail traders most likely will sell while they buy the other side again, or does it continue to go up in 4 hours, which is the futures open, kind of now factoring in a response from Iran, since they've said that it was going to be harder. Now, charts have nothing to do with this geopolitical rhetoric that I'm telling you, because geopolitics does affect the markets, and especially when in the Middle East, it should be affecting oil. Oil should be a lot higher than now. But I think the powers that be, the boys, which I call them, that push these markets around, are gaming it so that they could accumulate more. I could be wrong, but the charts are showing that it seems to be wanting to go higher, oil, which, as you can see from the setup here. So as I stated before, if $68 is still intact, which I'm looking for an L pivot hit of $74, which is around $2.20 from here, which is nice in oil, even though it's now moving $2 or $3 a day, which is good. Good for if you're intrading oil. So you definitely, and by the way, this video is going to be on YouTube. So please subscribe, please share the video, and become a subscriber of my YouTube channel. Now, I used to do a lot of YouTube videos before. We're talking like 5 years ago. And I kind of built my channel from a long time ago, and I just stopped with YouTube because of a lot of the censorship that they were doing with YouTube. I said, you know what? I don't care. I should have maybe stuck with it, because probably that channel would be a lot higher now. So I'm going to be back doing YouTube videos and kind of mixing it with Twitter. So this one, usually on weekends, I'm going to do a particular YouTube. It just takes a lot longer to manage the YouTube and upload it, and then I have to contact one of my social media people that takes care of this, and then wait till she gets back to me. It's just time consuming. So it's better and easier for me to do a YouTube video on the weekend. So that's why I'm doing it now. So enjoy this YouTube video, but please definitely subscribe. Here, I'm going to do it again. Subscribe. Oops. That didn't go well. There you go. Subscribe. Share, and when I do these, you'll get it right away, especially if you have the notification set on YouTube, because I'm going to be doing a lot more YouTube videos, and even maybe intraday while trading. I know my wife has been kind of wanting me to do some like live things, but it's just a very, very big distraction when you're actually trading with the amount of size, handling some certain portfolios, my family fund and stuff. So I don't like to be distracted, but we'll see later in the future. Anyways, I'm getting off track. Oil, look, bullish. This could be a major, it is a major support area, major clusters around here. Price now is above all these bazooka blocks, which I stated previous in daily videos, as you well know. That looks to be accumulation, and price is now above these bazooka blocks. So I'm looking for a 74 hit. Above 74, I'm looking for 79.80 to around 80.05, which matches up with my top of the band. I think it gets here. I think 68 stays intact. We might just come down a little bit, maybe hit one of these clusters lower, 70.50 or something, and then bounce, and then maybe they accumulate more and then shoot it up. We'll have to see if Iran does do something. I think they will. I think they want to show Israel something that they have that try to scare them. I think we're going tit for tat here, but as they go tit for tat, it's escalating. And I think eventually oil is going to get triggered. And I think a lot of their oil facilities probably will be triggered based on a greater plan that I think is happening behind the scenes. But anyways, I don't want to get into it, but some people understand what I'm saying. So I'm looking for that 74 hit. Above there, I think it's a high probability we do get here if 68 stays intact, which it looks like it will, considering my upper band turned higher too. Above the L pivot, my line in the sand, I'm looking for a 79.80 to $80 hit, which matches up the top of the band here. And I think it does get to 80, especially as long as 68 gets intact. Now, of course, they could do the shake, rattle, and roll and then pump. Seems to be being gamed oil before something happening. And that's what they usually do. They did it with silver. If you see a lot of my silver daily videos in the last month or so, since that July tweet I did in the middle of July, I said the miner's time and the gold and silver is about to fly, and it did. You'll see that there's been a lot of shakeouts, and they're doing the same thing with gold, shaking the tree, accumulating more on the other side. And I said they were doing it with silver. Many people that have been subscribers of the daily video know, and they just pounded it. And the outcome came, and they did it with gold. And once again, if you want to get access to these 5 daily videos a day that I do every single day after market close, I do 5 daily videos a week, and I do 5 securities each day, focusing on ES, silver, gold, nat gas, and oil. So this free for FinTwit, I'm doing oil just because of the geopolitical tension and a lot of people reaching out to me saying, hey, what's going to happen with oil? The charts are still showing higher until proven otherwise. I'm looking for that L pivot hit of 74, and I think it has room to break, and I think eventually we're going to get to that $79.80, $80 area sweet spot. In fact, above there I have 85, and I actually think it hits 85. But we like to take it level to level, right? Let's move on to ES. ES, as you well know, I have been in short the rip mode. And, since Thursday of last week, I said, this looks bearish. Looks like it's going back down. It's going to test that 58.40. And it actually did to the tick on the close, baby. It did it right at the close. It loves our targets at the close. Loves them.